She's a beaut, isn't she? The mighty Colorado River starts in the Rockies, cuts a path through the American Southwest before finishing up in the Sea of Cortez down in Mexico. And it brings with it irrigation, life, and plenty of outdoor activities, like fishing in Laughlin, Nevada. We launched first thing in the morning and made our way up the river towards Davis Dam. I was partnered with a great crew, Kenny, Joe, and Rusty. Now, Kenny and Joe are great company, but Rusty, he was something else. Rusty's a guide and owner of the local bait and tackle shop, and his knowledge of knots, hooks, and lures, and fish is incredible. The guy immediately puts you at ease and lets you truly enjoy every moment. It's like hanging out with the wise old sage of the river. His love of the river and fishing is infectious.
Are you a hook 'em and cook 'em or a catch and release type guy?
I like to keep the fish that I catch, even like the small ones, right? An example, up above the lake, there's no limit under 20 inches, right? So you want to keep the smaller ones so the bigger ones will grow. A lot of people say, no, you keep the small, you throw the small ones back so they'll grow big.
How do you eat them? How do you prepare them? Are you a good cook?
I try to be. There is just, with the stripers, that's what a lot of people have never ate striped bass before, the stripers. It's a white fish, and there just can't do anything wrong with them. You can boil them, bake them, barbecue them, fish tacos. It's just, there's all kinds of great recipes for those things there.
All right, so we're good to go?
We're good to go.
Let's catch a fish.
Let's catch a fish.
What's the biggest fish you ever caught?
Me, I'm still in the 5 or 6 pound range. I haven't caught the larger one.
What's the key to catching a fish?
Yeah, fishing on the days when they're out there. It's like what we're doing right now. See, so you have the glide bait.
Yeah.
This usually produces a lot more fish, and mine's a topwater. And like with Kenny saying, certain times of the year you want to be with, the glide. Something goes down a little bit, and not so much as topwater. It's just when this one works, it's fun because it's all topwater action. Whereas that one, it's under the water. Right there, the fish is just going to swim off with the darn thing. And then you got a good fight going on.
You're just putting pressure on me. You said mine catches more fish. You're just putting pressure.
It does. It's more of it's actually going to catch more fish.
What do you like about this, coming out here fishing?
Just coming out fishing. Doesn't matter if you catch anything. It's just fun to kind of get away a little bit. Enjoy the water. Floating on the water on a boat, it's a kick in the pants.
You know what really, you come out here and what's really striking is the clarity of this water. I mean,
pristine.
Pristine.
Yeah, and again, that's because of the dams have filtered it over the years. It used, before the dam, this was a muddy, like the muddy Mississippi. It didn't have the filtration system to it.
Well, you would never know that now.
No.
So tell me about, fishing-wise, the different personality between the fish that we're looking for today. Do I want to stay on the bottom? Do I want to stay on the top? Do they like it cold? What do they like?
Yeah, that's going to vary a little bit on to which ones you're going after, but right now it seems to be a little bit on the deeper side because of the cold front that just come through, and the winds and stuff. But that should trigger a reaction to where the fish should be. So I'm not sure if we're in the right spot right now for them. Apparently, so far, not.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, Rusty, if we catch a fish, then the camera crew's going to want to see it. We got to stop what we're doing. I'm kind of having a good time here.
Yeah, just trying, right?
And that's what we did. We kept at it, floating up and down the river, trying different spots, looking for that hole that would offer us a fish. But it just wasn't happening. So Rusty suggested switching things up and changing out the lure.
We'll change out this guy, and we're going to try river to sea lure, another glide bait.
So take me through the basics. What fish are we going after today, Rusty?
We're trying to catch with this particular deal, and because of our location and because of the trout stocking, we have a lot of trout in the river. The striper will go after the trout. Shad is one of their more favorite foods, what they have, but we don't got a lot of them. So we're going to try and catch some striped bass, the stripers. And then after a bit, we're going to go see if we can catch some trout too.
So you don't use much live bait, or at least not today?
We don't have any place that you can get live bait too much here. It's just the biggest thing for most people, anchovies, frozen anchovies is what people mostly use.
Now, tell me about the attitude of the fish when it comes to the depth of the water and the temperature. How do you play that?
As best you can. As best you can. As Kenny was pointing out earlier, this time of year they tend to go down a little bit after a cold front. So top water, which is what I was using earlier, is not as effective. You're trying to aggravate the crap out of the fish to bring them up. This time of year though, we do get a lot of our bigger fish come through here. Mostly downriver a little bit where it's deeper, so it's harder to get them up in the air.
So bigger meaning how big are the fish around here? What's the average catch?
About 10 to 12 inches.
How about that?
We're getting a lot of little schoolies, they're called, or dinks, whatever you want to refer to them at. People are catching a lot of those, and they'll throw them back. They say, oh, I'm going to let it grow bigger. No, 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 you keep it so the other fish will grow bigger.
How about that? Okay.
So everybody's got different theories on what size of fish to catch. 5 to 8 pound fish is a real typical size fish. When you start getting into the 10, 12 pound range, they're a little bit farther and few between.
Tell me about the limits of catching fish out here.
The trout are 5 trout is the limit on trout.
You can catch 5 trout.
5 trout. Striped bass is still 10 below Davis Dam. It's 10 stripers, no size limit. Above Davis Dam, it's 20 inches, there's no limit, and over 20 inches, it's 20 fish.
Okay, so tell me more about what we're going to be using, what your theory is about today.
Today, this one here is a glide bait. What I was throwing before, this is a top water. You're trying to make this guy bounce up there and aggravate that. You can hear it. It's got a little rattle in there. With the one that you're having, and this one here, and Kenny's, this is more of a jerk bait, and again, it's got a little rattle to him, so
You get their attention.
try to get them, aggravate them, get them to come up and visit it.
And is it best to go along the bank?
Yes, when you're fishing from a boat, you're casting to shore and bringing it back to you. When you're fishing from shore, you're throwing it out. If you're bait fishing, a lot of the fish are cruising the shallows looking for food. So they're not really, you got a better chance of catching them in close.
So what if these don't work today? No, if they don't work, I'm still happy.
Yeah. No, it just never know what's going to happen or not, right? Or if or maybe they're downriver in another hole.
We didn't stop fishing. We floated around, made our way up and down the river. It was a great day. Everyone should take a day, get yourself a pole, a license, and spend some time on the river. And if you're lucky, you'll meet Rusty. Take home more than a fish. You'll take home a story and a smile.
Oh, sure, everybody wants to hook the big one. I mean, that's the goal, right? I'm not disappointed. Coming out here on a beautiful day, getting an exhale, meeting some new friends, that's the true gift of the river.